feel
before
about
we move on, I give Blue Chills 3 hands. All right?
3 hands?
3 hands.
Oh wait,
All right?
is that the hand counter?
I have a hand counter because I fucking hate the hand. I really can't stand it. In fact, every time I hear it, it destroys the rest of the song for me. As soon as the first hand occurs, I'm like, fuck the rest of this song. I just can't fucking stand it. But the thing that kept me going, the thing that gave me the strength to persevere was to count how many times he destroyed me.
Oh my God.
So track by track, I have how many hands get dropped. And I have an overall hand for the whole album.
That's awesome.
For our next topic, hey, you
La
know the
música
boy.
de Harry Fraud. La música de Harry Fraud.
So Tony says there's nothing wrong with it.
La música
Obnoxious.
de Harry Fraud.
Do you find this weird though?
He's not Spanish. I thought
I'm
he was
pretty sure
Spanish.
he's a white man. I saw a picture of him. He's
Who
a white
Harry?
man.
Who Harry?
I think he's from the Bronx. It was kind of cool.
Yes, he's a New
But
Yorker,
still.
but he made. Listen. All right, cool. He's
Hold on,
not
real quick
Spanish.
real quick though.
We- let's-
we talk
let's-
about
let's-
French fucking Montana's album, ladies and gentlemen. Montega album dropped the 24th of June. Shit's fire. A lot of high in the building. If you're a French Montana fan, got to give this a fucking play. Shit's got some. It's got
Definitely.
some bangers. Got some bangers. I'm gonna jump into it, but go ahead. Go to explain to Pucho about this Harry situation.
So
I don't think he's explaining anything to me.
Oh, he was.
Harry Fraud
There's
has
zero indication that. I'm just saying, in the past, Doey has been a defender of cultural appropriation
Ooh.
and things of that nature. And I just found it interesting that both French Montana and Harry Fraud are not Hispanic, as far as I could tell. They grew up in the hood, probably with a lot of Hispanic people, but they both like to use a lot of Spanish in their songs. And I say they. French Montana likes to use a lot of Spanish in the songs. And then Harry Fraud's signature says, La música de Harry Fraud. And I'm like, all right. It doesn't bother me, but I found it funny. Like, I was like, oh, that's really an odd choice. And I just wondered what you guys thought about it, which is why I asked you guys.
Yeah, I didn't think it. I personally, I have no issue with it. I think that's just a stamp. You know what I mean? He's named on like the CD or the album. This is the way that he's gonna stamp every song. He has his little stamp and he adds it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think
it's fucking stupid. Imagine if on our One Up podcast videos, halfway through every fucking video, Bucho had a little like an animation that played. It was like editing by Bucho and a big fucking stamp. It'd be so fucking
that's
annoying.
awesome. Yeah, it's awesome.
I think it'd
or
be
like
weird.
small watermark or something. Like I don't think it's
I don't think La Música de Harry Fraud is a small watermark. That shit's at the head. It's at the head of every song on the
every
album.
single producer has one of these
A
tags.
tag, yeah. Every
Literally
single one.
every single producer
and I'm
in
saying
hip-hop.
I'm saying that it's stupid.
Yeah,
Whether you're Harry Fraud, like whoever you are, I think it's stupid.
Every
have,
producer has something like this.
Have a tag.
absolutely.
What does
Kenny
It's like a
Beats?
signature.
Kenny Beats. Whoa,
What does
Kenny.
Kanye do?
I'm not saying Kanye has one, but almost every hip hop trap producer, 808 Mafia, everybody in 808 Mafia has. It's
Kanye's
like
also
all the,
just not a producer alone.
even going back, maybe not Kanye, but what's this guy's name that did his album?
Pharrell?
Kanye and Jay-Z came out with that Throne album. They had a guy there that used his thing in that album, and it wasn't Kanye making the beat. So it's been in hip hop for a very long time, over 10
for
years.
sure.
Yeah.
Way longer than that.
Yeah.
Forever. I was just curious. I don't even have a strong opinion on Mateo saying it's dumb. That's fine. You said every producer has this. I'm curious. I don't think every producer has this. But
every producer has a style. You could like tell that this is this person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Like, who's the one guy with the hey? I forget.
Magic. What is this? DJ Mustard.
Mustard, right? That's his signature, right? He puts that in there.
Beat.
But it's like, unless you know that that's his signature, you're just like, oh, it's more haze, like whatever, like.
Yeah, I think it's a quick way to identify who's making the track. And I think it's easier than just looking on.
Yeah, but some of them are more subtle than others, right? Like there's a difference between like having a, whoa, Kenny, and La Musica, the Harry Fraud, every fucking song in the first 10 seconds of the song. He throws that shit, man. You know, here's one of my things. I did not like this album very much, but I really enjoyed a lot of the samples they chose. And he throws that shit in the middle of these fucking samples and just kind of ruins them.
So just to be clear, he's Irish.
Irish, wow.
Yeah.
He's from the Bronx. Where's he from?
American Irish, from the Bronx, New York, New York.
I figured.
And why the fuck do they do New York? It's a side topic. I'll say that later. Why do you guys do
New York?
New York
City is a city.
But it's New York, New York. It couldn't.
Yeah, it's New York City, the city of New York. So the 5 boroughs is New York City. So if you're from there, you're from New York and the state of New York. That's why.
Weird. I always found that weird. That might be a dumbass question to ask, but I just.
It's weird too because New York City is all. It's like the 5 boroughs and something else.
It's 5 boroughs in Staten Island.
That's what I'm saying. But why not just say
Bronx?
Bronx?
That's 5 boroughs.
Yeah, no, it's 5 boroughs and some other pieces part of New York City. But New Yorkers, you might refer to New York City as the whole thing. If you're in New York, you call the city only Manhattan. It's just a weird. It's a weird thing. I don't
Some
know.
NY shit. No, yeah, I always wanted to ask that question because I didn't understand it really, to be honest. But yeah, he's Irish, American Irish.
You've been to New York many times, Tony.
I know, but I never lived there, so like I would just say I'm from Bronx, New York, or Queens, New York. I wouldn't say New York, New York. Like I don't know.
New York is for when you live in Manhattan, though. Like my address is New York, New York, because I live in Manhattan.
Oh, so Bronx and all that don't have that?
Bronx, New York, Queens, New York, all
I
of those
grew up
places.
in Queens. Our address would be Queens as like the city.
Oh, not
but
New York.
It's
New York.
not a city. Again, the
All
whole
right,
fucking place is
here.
New York City. Yeah, I don't know.
Getting off topic. Major derailment here. But yeah, man, Montega got them HAAN for you boys, man. Not too many, just enough to make the song pop.
I think a big thing about Bronx being in the Bronx is that there is a big mix of cultures there that are like very invested in each other. There's, you know what I mean? I think that's a big thing about why he calls himself Montega and uses, even Jada Kiss uses Spanish words and stuff like that. And he's from Yonkers. I think these culturally we mix a lot of each other's stuff, and I think that's more or less what's going on here.
Yeah, it's not no fucking like he's stealing shit. Like it's just he's influenced by the music, by the culture that's around him, so he puts it into his shit. And I think it's catchy.
Anyways. Yeah,
I think I think some might say, okay,
oh boy,
like we mentioned in a previous topic, like maybe he's just cloud chasing. Maybe he's like, yo, if I put some of this Spanish shit in my songs, all these Puerto Ricans and Dominicans that live around me, they're gonna fuck with my music. I don't know.
Okay, that works.
I don't really care. Action Bronson calls himself Dominican, and I respect it.
No,
He's a white man.
He does.
He probably loves Dominican food more than a lot of actual Dominicans.
He does love Dominican food quite a bit.
I actually find Action Bronson to be very interesting. He had cooking shows. He had a lot of different shows. He had Ancient Alien where they would watch Ancient Aliens.
All right,
It's so
derailment.
Yeah.
Montega.
Let's get to this album review.
Blue Chills.
All right.
First,
This album, it's called Mountainous. Okay, that's the name of the album in Spanish. All right, Montega. All right, it's probably a play on his name. Does he actually call himself Montega?
Yes.
Publicly,
I feel like
I've
it
never
makes
heard him
sense.
say it.
He has been very far from this style of music for a while. This is like a return to form, like New York boom bap samples. A lot of his previous albums were very poppy, trappy, stuff like that. So him getting with Harry Fraud, for me, kind of brings him back to the Bronx. And that's like what I like the most about this.
From all those like the Coke Boy eras when he first started, like when he was dropping mac and cheese and all that shit.
Yes,
this
all
is
that
where this
sounds.
comes from.
This is like it's
That's
like a
why I
return
liked
to
it.
form.
Yeah, that's why I liked it.
Me as well.
So first track on there, Blue Chills. Obviously, you know, typical intro shit. I liked it. I don't know. Sometimes I don't like the talking shit, but it's a story, I guess, in some ways.
You talking about the sample?
Yeah. Well, you know how he was a rip. I forgot where it's from though. I don't know where it's from.
Yeah. Basically, what Harry Fraud does in this album a lot is he'll give you the sample that he's using for the song that's about to play. He'll let the sample play out, and then the song will actually play, and then that's how the sample is incorporated.
Yeah, that's kind of one of my pet peeves about this, is that every song sounded like it was like following like a formula, and it was like almost every sample used had some type of vocal in it. So it's like you could tell like he liked the samples where someone was singing, and it's like usually in hip hop when you use that sample with vocals, it's like, oh, this sounds maybe like it's gonna be like a special beat. When you use it for every fucking song, it just feels like overplayed. And and then letting the sample play out, which is cool. You may be giving the original person who made this music some love. It is also a bit like, all right, I'm not trying to sit through 30 seconds of another person's song to get to the actual song. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, so y'all like the first track?
I like the first song.
I
wasn't really impressed with his bars, but I did like it. I wasn't really impressed with his bars in the whole fucking album, to be honest.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
it's something I'm not gonna say it very much anymore, but I'm just put it out there. It sounds like somebody's writing for him, but they're only giving him their worst shit. Like they're writing shit that they're not gonna put on their album, and then they're just like gifting it to French. Like, yo, French, put this shit on your album, bro. Like,
It also felt like he was trying to be very deep and not succeeding at it very well. I felt that on that track. I'm like, that's like shallow deep. That's like, yeah, it's deep, but it's not very deep. And it seemed like he was really trying to give us bars. But one of these songs says an NFT casket. I was like, what the fuck is this NFT casket?
His wordplay is idiotic. His wordplay is non-existence. Like he's just.
I find it amusing.
I think it's like the Family Guy of like being clever. Like he's not even like doing any plays on words. He's just referencing things. It's just like very Family Guy. It's a lot
of fucking references.
Yeah, that's most like. This is gonna be a song we're gonna get to, but it's one of them's my favorite lines under the whole album. It's just funny to me. But no, yeah, I don't mind intro. Blue Chills is all right. It's a good way to start it off, I guess. You can kind of tell what you're gonna get for the rest of the album just off this first song. I mean, and yeah, no one knows Montana as a lyrical person like that. So
yeah, I never. If you want, in my opinion, the better version of French died when Chinks died. Chinks was so much better. He put songs together better. Him and French on songs are really good. I never saw French as a like top level rapper, and never. But I think he can be entertaining if you give him the right beat, if you give him the right setup. I think his music can be like entertaining.
I don't know about all that. That was a lot of claims there. I think the man's a solid artist. There's other artists out there that don't say shit on a track.
He never said he wasn't a solid artist. He said he's not a lyrical rapper. That's what he was saying.
Not at all. I think if you want lyrics, if you want depth, don't listen. Like if you look at Chinks' albums, much deeper, much more lyrical. French is he's on the block kind of music. I don't know how to describe it, but
to me it's like background music. It's like the music that's playing in the summertime and you're out and about and it's whatever, it's back there. You know, maybe some of it is catchy, some of it's memorable, but is it good in terms of like substance? It's like, nah. And
that's about where I was at. I had that thought. I was like, if you were filming a movie and you just needed like some background hip hop to be playing over this scene with the boys like hanging out in someone's crib, it'd be this. It's just it all sounds the same. Every track sounds the fucking same. It's very samey, and it's just it's like very ambient.
Some would say the complete opposite of Kendrick's recent album.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Y'all, maybe I'm not listening to y'all clearly, but some of y'all sound like some haters.
Yeah. No. You gotta
I will
understand.
vocalize that I dislike this album. I will
that's fine.
never
I
go back
understand
to
that.
listen to any of the songs on this album. That's my plan moving forward with life.
Yeah.
What y'all talking?
That's fair.
I was doing track by track notes, and all my notes were the same because every song sounds the same. So I just stopped. Like every song was like, "This is a cool sample. I hate this Harry Fraud shit."
Yeah, nah, fucking.
Yeah, so track 2, guys. What do y'all feel
Before
about
we move on, I give Blue Chills 3 hands. All right?
3 hands?
3
Oh
hands.
wait,
All right?
is that the hand counter?
I have a hand counter because I fucking hate the hand. I really can't stand it. In fact, every time I hear it, it destroys the rest of the song for me. As soon as the first hand occurs, I'm like, fuck the rest of this song. I just can't fucking stand it. But the thing that kept me going, the thing that gave me the strength to persevere, was to count how many times he destroyed me.
Oh my god!
So track by track, I have how many hands get dropped, and I have an overall hand for the whole album.
That's awesome.
It's ridiculous.
So first track, how many hands?
it was like 2, 3.
3 hands. Wow. Huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Not much.
Not
but-
much.
I mean, Tony says not much at all in the whole album. He didn't hear any hands until I said there were many hands. But
There's way too
Maybe
many
I
hands
just
in
maybe
this.
I just maybe I already block it out of my mind. I don't know.
it's better than "No Me on Mine." He has like every other word on that song.
Oh me, oh my mind. That's Chinks and
Yeah,
French.
sure, but the amount of hands are all right.
All right, track 2, Rushmore Pack. Definitely, I fucked with it. There is plenty of HAANs. Just in the intro alone, and that is a HAAN. It's like 4 sentences and then a HAAN. So, Pucho's definitely gonna count that.
Got 4 hands for the track. All right, sample is fire on this
Yes.
track.
Oh yeah.
I thought the sample was fire. Something about this song is reminiscent of, off of, I want to say Blueprint 1. Jigga had a track, "You Don't Know What You're Doing," where he's talking about selling drugs. And he's so good, he'll sell water to a well, and he'll sell fire in hell. Like, you know, he's saying how he's a hustler. Something about the song, I don't know if it was a part of a beat. I got to go back and re-listen to it. Something about it was very reminiscent of that. I think it was the beat that made me write that. And then I also found it interesting that he name drops Jigga on the song too. I had the thought,
Paying
and then
homage?
he name drops Jigga, and I was like, I wonder if it's a coincidence.
Nah, probably not.
Yeah, probably not. I like Rushmore Pack. I think it has great beat. I think he does better rapping on this song than he does on other tracks. I think some of the rapping on this one is a little more solid.
Yeah.
Do me a favor though. Explain the pack business, because I understand the idea of him calling something a Rushmore pack, because he's Montana, he's mountainous. Mount Rushmore is a mountain. I think that's the reference here. But
Yes.
what's the pack business?
Pack business is like you kill your enemy. You put them in a pack, and now you're smoking on them.
So he's
That's
saying
like-
y'all gonna be smoking on my pack?
On his Rushmore pack, yeah. He apparently
Like,
killed.
he's gonna get killed and someone's gonna smoke him?
I'm not too sure. Maybe he killed Mount Rushmore when he became Montega. Now his face is up there or something like that.
And he's
So now
no longer Montana. He's
Yeah,
Montega.
Montega.
And I'm smoking on my
Not good.
old pack.
Yeah.
I don't
It's a
know if
possibility.
that's really what it means. I don't know if that's what it really fucking means.
I don't think, I'm going to be honest, I don't think these titles are that deep either. To be like looking into, I don't think they're that deep. I think he just needed something and he's like, hey, I say this really cool bar and I'm just going to name it after that bar.
Nah, it's definitely, there's got to be something behind it. I mean,
It's related to the mountain. His name is Montana, mountain. Like that's absolutely what it's about.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't understand
Really?
the pack part
Really?
either.
You
I
don't know?
didn't-
You think it's something else?
No, I don't. I'm saying I don't understand the pack part either. I think a pack.
Well, I
to
know
me, I
the
thought it was
understanding-
drugs, like a pack, like some fire ass drugs that are like because on that shit he says smoking on your Rushmore pack. So like I'm saying, like I think that is like something that he got the fire pack. Like I don't know, like it's the highest Rushmore because it's the highest. You can get the highest off his pack.
That's
what
might
I was.
be, yeah.
That's what
This
I
shit
was
is way
thinking.
deeper than I thought.
Because he's a hood.
fucking
He's a
guy's
street.
a
He's a street
genius.
rapper. So a street rapper's just talking drug talks at this point. So I'm looking at it from he's a hood nigga rapping, like he's rapping. So he's not really giving you lyrical shit, but he's speaking like hood shit. I guess I don't know. That's how I'm taking
All
it.
right, wrap this shit up.
Damn, the hate from my dog French Montana, dog. That's crazy.
How do you feel about it, Mateo?
Rushmore pack.
Yeah.
I like the sample. The rapping was weak.
All right. Okay.
All right.
My,
Oh, go ahead. My bad.
I don't have very detailed notes on this because, like I said, every song sounded the fucking same to me. I seriously could have skipped. I could have like just listened to like 30 seconds of each song, just back to back to back to back, and it would have sounded like one continuous song.
Yeah.
Wow.
One long song.
No, Harry Fraud definitely has a formula with the way his structure of his beats and producing. Every song has the same structure, and I think that's a little bit of a fault of his own. I don't think that's good.
A little bit. I think it's horrible. I think that he's good and he could produce good songs. I wouldn't want a whole album produced by him. I think this is when you got to pepper some producers in to kind of switch up the sounds. Because there are like I love Premier. He's my favorite producer, but a whole Premier album is gonna sound like a Premier song every time. It's like you kind of want them Premier tracks peppered in, so it's like like a treat. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
some people might shoot me for saying that, but it is what it is. I don't want a whole album sounding like the whole fucking album. Like I'm all right.
All right, next song. Drive By
I
featuring
give it 4 hands. All right.
Oh, that's right. How many has what head counter are we on for
We're at 7
track
right
2?
now. We're at 7 total.
Damn.
4 plus
Okay.
the 3, right? That's 7
Plus
total.
another 4. Don't worry,
Oh,
I got
right
the
now?
whole
Oh,
thing.
we're on
with.
this-
I'm not
okay,
doing
all right,
a
all right.
running hat
I
counter.
don't know. That's what
but-
you want to do. I'm just
Yeah, I could count it up if y'all want.
Drive By featuring
Drive
I wanna
By.
say this.
Babyface Ray.
This is the first song on the album that I actually disliked. Rushmore Pack was close, but I disliked this song.
Is it
I
because
don't
of
like
the
this song.
And
what?
I find the song to be a little irresponsible. There was a particular line in the track that said, "I'm gonna shoot it up like a drive-by." And he's talking about ejaculating into a woman's vagina. And you can't be doing irresponsible shit like that no more. Abortion is illegal now, y'all, in a lot of states, all right? You shooting it up like a drive-by, you're forcing people to have kids. You got to be careful with this shit. Very irresponsible.
Facts.
Give the song 4 has.
I can't stand this nigga, bro. But no, yeah, I mean, the man say he could be shooting it up with a condom on. You know what I'm saying?
No.
He could be doing it
Absolutely
like
not.
that. You don't know. You never know.
No.
And, you know,
It's like playing laser tag. He ain't playing he's shooting it up.
I
fuck
think he's
it.
running by with the paintball guns like y'all did.
Allegedly. But no, yeah, I think on that verse, what you were saying was like, I think he said something about her ass, or going hard about her ass soft.
I was laughing in the bathroom because I was like, the only person who really wants that is Nick Cannon and his 30 children, bro.
Oh shit, he got a lot of kids.
He's 2. Now he has 2 women pregnant this year. So 2 more are coming.
Yeah,
He's got to be how many kids overall? More than 10?
Has to be upwards of 10. One of his kids just died recently, a baby.
yeah.
God.
He actually went on his show the next day and talked about it. And I'm like, ooh, I don't know if this feels like he's trying to wrench this for like views and shit like that. He was crying up a storm. But let's get back to this drive-by shooting up the club.
I like it. I like the sound. The wavy sound to it. Chorus is straight with me. You know,
I hated this fucking song.
I'm not expecting. It's not one of my best, like the best ones, but I'm not expecting. Once again, I'm not going in here thinking of Montana as a lyricalist person, like a lyrical as fuck. Like I'm taking it for what he is, face value. Like You know, the man could put tracks out that are bangers, hood tracks, club tracks, whatever tracks. He could do that. Yeah. So far, I think it's not the best track on the album, but it's not the worst.
Song sucks.
Next track. Keep It Real. This I liked it. You're muted though.
No, I'm not muted.
Okay. You just shook your head. I thought you were saying something. I like this track.
I like this song a lot.
Yeah, this is Keeping It Real, I guess, is like
French
his best.
in his purest form. Like, this is like a good French song, in my opinion.
This is French. This is real French.
This is definitely in his truest form, because this is the song with the most infractions. He had a grand total of 14 has on
14
Whoa.
Nah, I have to look up the lyrics on
Yo.
this. There's no
Count 'em
way.
up. I don't fuck around. 14 has.
Yeah.
All right. I thought the chorus very fucking strong. I really liked the chorus.
Mm-hmm.
Beat was cool, all that. But yeah, I'm not liking these features.
Oh,
Up to this point,
you're
shut
bugging.
up. I'm writing track for track. Oh shit.
Go ahead.
Babyface Ray and whoever the fuck is on this
ESTG?
track, I didn't like it. So he's 2 for 2 in trash features so far. All right. And apparently, I had to write this one down. He's sliding through our hood with his hand. I don't know what that means. I don't know how I should feel. I don't know. Start
Bro,
out with
he's
shit.
pulling up with the hat. He let niggas know he's here, like he's out here.
So you think it's a party thing?
Yeah, when you hear "hey," you know it's lit. It's French. French is out here on the block.
No, he uses this word in too many different ways for it to mean that.
Man has multiple meanings. Montega.
I went and looked up the origin of "ha," in case you guys wanted to hear it. Apparently, the origin is like when you're in the club and the music's too loud and people are trying to have conversation with you and you're just like, "Huh?" That's the origin of the "ha."
That's amazing.
Cause this shit's booming, nigga. Huh? Nigga, shit booming. You booming all the speakers, yo. Put some respect on Montana's name, Montega.
Yeah, no, I like the I actually wanted to pick one of his albums, upcoming albums for album review. I think ESTG is like one of the best rappers to be coming out recently, as far as like authenticness.
From New York?
And no, he's from Detroit.
Oh, okay. I never heard of him until this track.
Yeah, apparently Yo Gotti signed him from something like that, but he's making good music. I think his last 2 projects were really strong. So I like ESTG, whatever he does. I'm just like sucking him off, just blowing his load right all over my face.
Choose this. Okay, so I like this track. This track is definitely a radio banger. I like it. This is one of his strongest tracks. Other than that, yeah, he said 14 highs. That's crazy. Next one, which is one of my favorites, Kind of Girl. This is where that line's in play, what I was saying earlier. This is my jam. Keep It Real started the jam. This became my jam too. Like this, right now his flow's starting to pick up. I know Mateo's like, it just all sounds the same. I get it, but
No, the best sample by far on the album is this song right here.
I like
It's
the
gotta
Dionne Is that the Dionne Warwick one?
My kind of girl, when I was a little boy or something like that. It was
What, you talking
really
about
good.
his verse?
No, the sample.
Oh, the
guy
sample.
singing in the
Oh, my
beginning
bad.
of the song.
Yeah, I thought you were saying
It's
this verse.
really, really good.
There wasn't a sample that I disliked, right? Like the beats are all good, but it's everything is samey, man. I don't know. I like more lyrical hip hop, so like there is nothing on this album that really pleased me. My top 2 tracks were Blue Chills and Drop Top. I was gonna rank more, and I just didn't like any of them.
Wow, that's crazy. You didn't really listen to the album then.
It all sounds the same, and I don't like listening to music from alleged sexual assaulters too. So There's that aspect.
I had no idea about that. Yeah.
He's got a shitload of sexual assault allegations, apparently.
Yeah. That's wild.
Were they proven?
He settled out of court on one, you told me.
That's pretty much. That's pretty much admitting guilt. Yeah.
But no, this was definitely I like this track a lot. This track was fucking good. He said higher a lot in this track.
I love the skit at the end of this track.
I got tired of the hires. There were too many hires.
Yeah. There's a skit at the end of this track.
Oh,
It's fucking hilarious. It's one of French's friends talking to a Jamaican guy that sounds like Ox from
bro, that shit's fucking hilarious. Yes,
that shit is funny.
I like that shit.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, French man, I love your music, man. I'm the best. He's like,
No, they
French.
start off. He's like, you don't know nobody famous. You don't know nobody famous in patois. He's like, you don't know nobody. He's like, what you talking about, man? I know all these famous people.
Bro, that's
he's
what
like,
I
you don't
liked
know
about it,
nobody.
don't
And
know
he mentions somebody. I can't hear him. And he's like, oh, that's whack, son. He's like, hey, yo, son, that's whack, son. You only saying that because he's locked up. That's whack, son. And he's like, yo, he's like, you think I don't know nobody? I don't know nobody. He's like, I'm gonna call French right now. Frenchie. He calls. He's like, hey, yo, French. They think I don't know you out here. They think I don't know you. He's like, say what's up to my homie. He puts him on. The Jamaican nigga's like, I love your music, man. He's like, I love it. It's hot.
What song is this?
This is at the end of Higher. There's a skit.
But no,
we're
still on Kind of Girl though. We kind of jumped real quick.
Oh.
Yeah, we're still on Kind of
damn,
Girl.
you jumped. Okay, my fault.
Yeah, but so
What's the high counter on Kind of Girl? And give us your thoughts on Kind of Girl.
So Kind of Girl, shockingly, 0 has.
Wow.
Not a one.
not a damn one.
Beat is really nice. Rick Ross is the best thing to happen to this album up to this point. Up to this point. And up to this point, Harry Fraud has not had a single beat without vocals. It's also on my notes of this song. But yeah, this song was actually good, I thought.
Yeah, nah.
And I think Rick Ross carried the show here. But,
Yes.
And I'm not
Rick
a
Ross
Ross
is-
fan. I'm not down with the boss, but he's cool.
Damn. I fucked
He
with
does.
I'm not a fan. No one's ever heard me. Oh my God, Rick Ross, you've never heard me say this.
You didn't
I
like
gotta
my
give it to
favorite
him.
rapper.
He does really well over boom bap beats. Like really, really well. Like better than I would think he would do.
So on this track, second favorite. And this track also has the whole my favorite. It's just a stupid line, right? You guys are gonna be like, it's a stupid line, but I found it hilarious. It's when he's like busting down them Oreos like Lizzo.
Like Lizzo.
There was a meme or a picture of Lizzo eating Oreos, and she was busting like, bro, like, and that's what I saw, and I was like, yo, this is a funny, stupid line. Like, I don't know why I found it. I had to play it back and just listen to it, but it's a stupid little line, but it's fucking hilarious. Like, that's what you get from French, bro. You get these like little lines that are, pretty funny. Then another one, DK, you got me feeling like the Wolf of Wall Street with the Quaalos, because he was all fucking like the man was just gone. Like, another little funny reference.
These are the lines that I think are like half deep. I'm like, he's trying to pull these lines out.
No, and
like,
again, it's to Mateo's point. It's like the Family Guy of hip hop. It's a lot of references.
Yeah.
He's referencing Lizzo. He's referencing Jigga. He referenced so many other rappers on these songs. Like if he could elicit their abilities, and I'm like, I don't think it works like that. You don't got the power to just channel them into your track. Like you got to go pay for that feature, Holmes. Like
he even listed Tiger Woods. He's like, I got caught up with the white girl like Tiger Woods. I was like, bueno, that shit got hit. That shit hit me hard. I'm like, I fuck with all these tracks and this shit. That's why I started liking the song even more. But I don't know. The man's for the people, bro. Gotta fuck with him.
I'm not hating on it. Like I said, a lot of the songs are good for what they're probably perfect for what he's trying to achieve.
Yeah.
It's just for me, don't give me the sound like, oh shit, this is the deep beat. He's gonna come with the deep
And then I'll
bars,
give you-
and you're gonna hit me with kiddie pool levels of deepness. Like it's shallow, bro. It ain't deep.